What's up, fight philosophers? One of the benefits of the Apex is we usually can fit a couple more fights in there fast. And we got a lot of fights. There was so many fights. There was 6 fights on the main card. That's fun. That's new. And Marvin may have forgot his cup. And that's great. But what's even better is we had another history moment, okay? First ever UFC event where women's fights get 2 back-to-back round 1 knockouts. Okay. So let's go over it. Let's go over all of the card, talk about the ups, the downs, the tears, the laughs, Dominic's handkerchief, which was folded very creatively. Okay. There was a lot of fun. A lot of fun and flirting. A lot of flirting between Michael Chiesa and Roman Dolidze. And I loved it. It was so cute. They were so cute together in the post-fight panel. Yeah, so let's go back to the start and then we'll make our way to the end. So many fights, but a lot of them we just blazed right through. There was, in the prelims, they had to have a lot of hype reel because things were finishing quickly. We started out with a flyweight bout. We had Unessi Dubin versus Carly Judas. Okay, crispy Carly. So we had a lot of undefeated prospects coming in trying to find their way in the UFC, and spoiler alert, 3 out of 4 of them were stopped. Okay, and that's what we had here. So very quickly, all right, it was looking scrappy. It was violence right away, exchanges. Carly threw in a question mark kick. I mean, almost too fast for the eyes to see. Lots of back and forth trading right away. As Dominic put it, he's a sharp mind, and he was saying she walked straight into the fire, Carly, and that is just so true. Like, she walked right in there and she said, "This is mine. This is my octagon. Hello." And Carly was being so kicky in general, and we didn't get it with the question mark kick, but we still got her with the kick. Oh my gosh, what a moment. And round 1, things were finished quickly. Really great news for Carly, who was unfortunately coming off of 2 split decision losses. Those are really tough because you almost got there, and so we get a definitive first win in the UFC, and the violence didn't stop there. No, a lot of people expected violence from the bout that came after that. We're going women's bantamweight. We had Josie and Priscilla, and yeah, we got what a lot of people expected, which was another knockout in a very stylistic fashion. Hello, uppercuts. Uppercuts are the coolest, best, sneakiest, most flavorful punch. So claps for Priscilla. I mean, quick clinic, but a clinic nonetheless. I mean, we're getting it done in round 1, back to back. Really exciting way to get it started. Priscilla is such a sweetheart, being an advocate for people getting their life straight. Try martial arts. If you're feeling down, if you're feeling low, if your life isn't looking good, get in the gym there and go to therapy. But it's a great combo. Make some friends at the gym. Okay. So we're rolling. We're on to fight 3. We had to have a couple of stall moments, talking at the desk, having some fun, waiting for our next fight to be ready. Okay. Flyweights, we have Daniel Barres versus Andre Lima. Lima coming in undefeated, and he was looking levels above. Props to Daniel for being a tough little cookie in there. But yeah, he got beat. He got beat up, he got pieced up, pushed around for 3 rounds, and then before it all went to the judges, who would have undoubtedly scored it in Andre Lima's favor, he got the submission. He took him out. He beat him into it. And it's, a great way to accumulate a submission win after you have taken your opponent apart so that they simply can't defend themselves. Okay? Because Daniel Barres is a bit of a submitter himself. So him getting submitted, that means that he wasn't feeling good. He wasn't feeling great. And moreover, it was Andre Lima's first ever submission win. So, really big moment. So congrats to Andre Lima for remaining undefeated for now and getting a first-time submission win. Can't wait to see what's next for him. And then we're back to the ladies. Hello, ladies. We're going strawweight. We're going tiny. Sam Hughes versus Stephanie Luciano. And we have a veteran who has never not been the underdog. That's rude. Going against a young prospect. I think perhaps the youngest person on the card. She's 25. She's very young. And it's a shame that Sam is always pitted as the underdog. Where is the nerve? Because she has proved us wrong. I don't want to put myself in that us. She has proved them wrong, and she did again. What a miraculous performance. She really outlasted Stephanie, really frustrated her, made her kind of lose her way, and also really lose her power. So, Stephanie was thinking to herself, maybe I can just get her out. Let me get her out of here. No. Sammy doesn't get finished. That little sweetie, that's some Iowa shit, if you ask me. That toughness, yep. She can eat that damage. That's what she does. She walks through it, implements the wrestling. We went to that game plan and got it done by decision. Got a couple of reigning elbows in there, but still excited to see, of course, what's next for Stephanie. Got to work a little bit more on maintaining that power, but yeah, I guess, big mistake thinking you can take Sam out. I wonder who, if anyone, will be the first. Because the only stoppage has been because the doctor's like, your face is, there's something, not her, mentally and her body overall has proven to be able to take the damage. So that was great. That was, it was split decision, so it was definitely close. It was a back and forth, but I feel you could see Stephanie was waning and Sam was continuing and had a lot more control in there. Sam just doing more. And that's the story. That's Sam's story, doing more. So maybe she won't be the underdog in the next fight. Okay. Then we had, speaking of underdogs, the biggest underdog, sorry betters. This one was not expected for many people. So Carlos Vera versus Josias Musasa, who is another undefeated prospect coming in. We're rolling bantamweights. KO Wizard looking to get a KO, but no. He got caught. He was caught with a leg kick, a little dodgeroo leg hit right in the neck. Yeah, in the neck. That's a, tough place. So gets kicked in the neck, falls to the ground, and then Vera says, oh, looks like he's not doing well. And he grabs him and gets him with a classic, with that rear naked choke. Quick start, quick finish. Not a lot of people saw that coming. Congrats to Carlos Vera, proving the haters wrong. And of course, still a very bright future for our KO Wizard. Hope his neck's alright. That was a rough one, but that is another classic right there. You knock him down and you chase him and you hit him with the rear naked choke. It was a great look, and yes, congrats to Carlos. Then we moved on to Yu Su-young versus AJ Cunningham, who is cutting a lot of weight and was at the limit. Used to fight lightweight, now we're in bantamweight. Looked a bit big in there, for sure. Yeah, and Jiu-Jitsu pushed him around. That's how that fight went. Very one-sided, maybe, other than the two one-sided fights in the night. Okay, this is the other really one-sided fight. Yeah. Overall, AJ could not find his rhythm. He was on his back foot for the entire fight, and then when he wasn't on his back foot, he was getting controlled on the ground and just in an uncomfortable position, face red. I mean, there was moments where I was looking at him and it looked like his soul was being squeezed out of him, and in a way it was, because as he moved, as he squirmed is what it really looked like, as he was squirming to get away. And Jiu-Jitsu was on him. He was on him, and he pushed him into an uncomfortable decision. Loss, absolute dominance for Yu Su-young. Snaps and claps. Can't wait to see more from Jiu-Jitsu. And after 6 fights, we make it to our 7th. Our featured prelim, Ryan Spann, is making his debut at heavyweight against Waldo Cortez Acosta, a number 12 ranked heavyweight who has been doing pretty good. okay? And things were looking. And Ryan Spann was not looking amazing. Spann was getting spammed. That's how I would put it. First round getting spammed, ends out on his back. Waiting. That's my favorite. Waiting to get pounced on. Waiting to get pounced on his back. And then round two comes around, a little eye pokey, a little PP strikey. We had a lot of eye pokes, had a lot of PP strikes, as usual. You know how it goes. Everyone's looking really tired. But before we're burdened with the third round, Salsa Boy gets it done, and he hits Ryan, and then he chases him down, and he gets that TKO finish. Round two. Ended up in that pounce position, and yeah, took a beating. Better luck next time, sincerely. Made it to the main card. They're giving us some overview shots of Vegas. It looks terrible as usual. It looks dry, unfun, scary, devoid of water. So, as usual, our main event outfits from Marvin and Roman, they're interesting. They're different, and I like that. And again, Dom's handkerchief. Lots of hype around this next fight with Choi Sang-woo versus Kevin Vachejos. Okay, Kevin. What a hunter? Sweetie. Nice man. Sting was coming out stinging as usual. I mean, his nickname, Sting. Let's give a shout out to Sting Choi, okay? And give a shout out to that sign in the crowd. Let's go, Sting Choi. He really is the Sting. He is those front kicks, I'm scared. He really is that is how he likes to attack. So his nickname is very, very fitting. And he was coming out stinging, but that whole time Kevin was, wee woo. He was reading, he was collecting data, and he was looking for his opening. Yeah, he was looking, studying, and he saw it, and he got him down with the hook. And you know what? Pretty unfortunate given that Sting has been on a rough run fight-wise lately, but such an exciting guy. Kevin saw it, got him with the hook, and what a nice man. Gives a shout out to his opponent in a very kind way when he's got the mic. Can't wait to see more of Kevin. Wow, what a debut. That is a very exciting debut. Can't wait to see the featherweight division, very thick. Kevin. So that was a great start to our main card. Great start, quick start. Then we had another good start in terms of, I guess, karma, but a weird fight. We had a light heavyweight bout. Okay, Divar, what happened? What happened with the 210.5 pounds? That's coming in, undefeated and trying to make a stamp, and that's the impression that you're going to leave. Also, when you're it's such a massive favorite, I feel like you owe it to people we should all show up in a professional way, of course, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Didn't go his way, so not only did he lose his purse for not showing up, but he didn't get the win. Got twisted up. Ribeiro found him in round two, and he twisted him up into Kimura. Oh no! Oh no! Yes, it was a tentative first round, but Brenson did get a knockdown on him on that first round. But in the second round, he said, you know what? Let's get twisty. Uh-oh, let's get twisty. So 3 out of 4 of the undefeated fighters on this card were not just beaten, but they were stopped. Other than Andre Lima, the hype trains were unhyped. But the other upside is that because they were doing perfect, a small blemish shouldn't hurt them too much. And in fact, it's good to have a loss so you can taste the sweetness of defeat. Okay, fight 3. Very exciting. 2 wonderful people. Oh my goodness. What? Damon Blackshear and Cody Gibson just seem like such a good hang. Such nice people. But Blackshear, he's kind of the black sheep. A little bit of a loner. A bit mysterious. Very sweet, but mysterious about it. Cody Gibson, middle school teacher. Give a shout out to our educators. Thank you, Cody. Round one was fun. There was a moment where they both fell down. They both fell down. It was back and forth, of course. It was very snappy. It was snap, crackle, pop, really. It was super tradey, very violent, very exchangey. And then we're in round two. For somehow Blackshear is a different creature. He's evolved. He's even more on. He pressed the on button and he said okay. But Gibbs, he got a little takedown in there. He's like, oh god, I got to deal with this. But you know how it is with Blackshear, absolutely submitty, stickiest of the stick. He is made of glue and he loves to suffocate. And so Gibbs went for that takedown, but of course it was very quickly reversed. And he was dominated on top by Blackshear, glue as usual, and he got him. And guess what? Back-to-back Kimura submission wins. If you missed it, go back because that's rare. Has that ever happened before? I'm sure. Pretty crazy though. 2 back-to-back Kimura submission wins. Oh my goodness. Blackshear was full control. He was the monster. But he said he ate too much. So he wasn't feeling full. Well, he was full, but he wasn't feeling, you know what I mean. So that fight, dust the dirt off, we're moving on. We might have 6 fights, but we're getting to it quickly. All right. This one was, I have to admit, a little bit annoying. Alexander Hernandez versus Kurt Holobaugh. I mean, Alex was being pretty about it. Very, very pretty with the strikes in the first round. Just keeping his distance, not really getting nasty about it. And that's kind of the theme is Alex didn't want to get nasty. And, Kurt, the hurt, was essentially, that's all he knows, was really trying to get nasty, but pretty striky. Kurt picking it up, moving forward, pushing, and then, was making his way in there. And Alex was getting pieced up, a lot of damage happening on the face. Alex was not maintaining the distance well anymore. Things started getting a little yucky over there, and he was like, uh-oh. So he managed to get the takedown, got a little bit of control there, pretty smart move on his part. Kurt was looking for the hurt. Kurt was trying to get nasty. Alex was trying to keep it clean. Round 3, immediately Alex is on top. He goes for it, and you can hear Kurt's corner. Okay, fine. Good apex moment. You can hear his family screaming for him. And yes, I have to admit, okay, good apex moment. I will admit. But Alex, again, really trying to just neutralize. That's what he was going for. And it worked. And he got the decision win. Yeah, kind of a interesting fight. Definitely took more damage, but more on the control. Moving on to Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos. Yes, welterweight. That was so fun. Oh my gosh. How could it not be when you have Capoeira versus Bang Bang? 2 really great walkout songs. Chitty was groovy with it. Elizeu came out to Sepultura, getting heavy, showing his veteranness. That's such a veteran jam. Yeah. Chitty looking good. They both look good walking out there. Missed weight, but afterwards he said that he was ready to cut the final pound, but the doctors were like, don't do it. It's not safe. Chitty, doing his thing, controlling with the teeps by round 1, but, Dos Santos showing his power as well. Showing his power, but still, teeps, yucky. Chitty is just so leggy. That is why I said previously, you don't really want to strike with him because it's mostly legs. Just really tough taking a beating, and he's just snaps him up. I don't know where they're coming from. They're coming from space, and I poke for a moment, but it's okay. So round 2, it was happening, and then among the teeps, among the knees, a very special knee finds its way and it knocks down Dos Santos. And in classic MMA fashion, your opponent is knocked down, you chase, and you go and get him. Congratulations, Nijukani, Chitty Chitty, for such a dominant performance. And if I don't know who said it, Michael or Dominic, but if you want to learn how to kick, this is the guy. Leggy. All legs. What a co-main event. Very, very quick. Only one fight on the main card has gone to decision at this point. Finally, make it to main event. Marvin Vettori versus Roman Dolidze II. Marvin forgot his cup, apparently, according to Dean Thomas. Marvin, that's okay. Middleweight madness continues. And as many expected, we made it all the way to decision. It was at first looking just like it had looked before. Two bucks fighting for dominance in the wild. A headbutt here and there. Fingers out, of course, as you do. I do have to give credit to both of them, of course. Roman did improve with a little bit more on the leg kick action, and he was very controlled overall. It's true. He did not look like he was completely angry. Marvin didn't look angry either. Marvin did lose a little bit of momentum during those later rounds, it seemed, and Dolidze was able to keep the pace and, just do a little bit more. But they were both doing a lot, and credit to them for that. That was active. You could tell that this is a fight that could have gone 3 more rounds, maybe even 5. I'm curious to know how long it could have gone. A lot of damage accumulated, though, on both sides. I mean, Roman was looking pieced up in the end. He was very cute on the fight panel with his little fur cloak. It wasn't a extremely technical match, I guess you could say. It's a pretty good trade. I think my favorite moment was not anything that had to do with the fight itself, but when Michael Bisping very conveniently said in the 4th round, Henry Cejudo has it 19-19. And Dominic, very quickly, very, very sassily, very snappily says, "Who cares?" And it was just, Dominic, he hates Henry Cejudo. So I can't help but think that Michael did that on purpose, because Michael's a little stinker sometimes. And that was so funny. It seemed scripted. I know it wasn't. Henry Cejudo has it 19-19. Who cares? I don't know. Did you laugh? Did you notice that? I thought that was really funny. But, yes. Dolidze gets the decision win, just does a little bit more. A solid 5 rounds, pushed more at the end. 49, 46, and now it's time for some top 5, right? That's what he makes a call for. He's thinking Whitaker or Adesanya, wants to push them down further. What do we think? Who's a better match, if any, should Dolidze have next? I'm cool with it. I think it makes sense. Number 4 or number 5 against number 12, who will now be closer to 8 or what have you. Well, another Apex moment. Lots of great fights, lots of fun finishes, historical moments with 2 round 1 knockouts in women's fights back to back. First ever, very, very cool. Love to see the sport always continuing to evolve. I do think that the best moment was Carlos Vera getting that submission win after knocking Josias Musasa down with just such a classic setup with the leg kick. Really brilliant, inspiring moments, and especially when it's a massive underdog, the biggest underdog, to win in such a fashion. What about you? What did you think? Was it a great time? I went to bed at 10:30 p.m. I think even earlier. My time. What was your favorite fight, though? And what do you think is next for everyone. No. Sure, actually, yeah, whatever. Whoever you want to pick, what's next for them? Let me know. What about Kevin? Yeah.